Alright, I can't wait to see this video.
I have to admit it, Vince McMahon was 100% right with taking over NXT and rebranding the entire show. Although I did love the old version of NXT with Triple H while he was in charge, it wasn't really building up the proper talent for the main roster. After about a month of NXT 2.0, I can confidently say that the WWE has been scouting and recruiting some of the
I will say this about NXT in general. I like NXT. I've always liked it. I've liked it ever since Neville was, NXT champion. I wasn't watching it when it was doing challenges and stuff. I didn't know about the challenges and stuff. When I came back to watching wrestling, was Darren Brown with the Yes Movement, and Neville, NXT champion, stuff like that. When I came back to wrestling, because I took a I took a long break from it. I came back out of nowhere seeing John Cena versus Roman Reigns. That's a Roman Reigns. John Cena versus Randy Orton for like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I was like, they mixed the title. What the fuck did I miss? I had so much to catch up on. I missed so much, and I caught up on not so quick. I still have moments that I probably still missed, but overall, I think I got a good idea about how every year kind of went. I missed the entire thing with Christian and Randy. I missed that entire thing. I wasn't watching wrestling at that time. I felt bad, but NXT, I liked NXT. I loved it. I got into it, and I just loved it ever since. This 2.0 is amazing. It is. It is absolutely amazing. It's a breath of fresh air, and I love it.
best young talent in a really long time. I truly believe that the WWE has 5 wrestlers that are going to become huge superstars in the future.
That's
You can
4.
compare these names to the OVW class that included John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton. I honestly feel like that is how big these wrestlers are going to become in the next 5 years. These are main event caliber players, and everyone on this list is also under the age of 25 years old,
Oh yeah,
which
I'm
is
surprised
insane.
they signed him.
This
It's
means the
amazing.
WWE is practically set for the future. It's looking very bright, and in just a short matter of a couple of months, Vince McMahon has already proven that he still knows what to look for in a superstar. And so in today's video, I'm going to list
That's
these
amazing to
wrestlers
see
that are
him,
going to
though.
be the cornerstone of the WWE for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Anyways, let's jump right
I wanna
onto the
hear what
list.
he's gonna say.
Number 5, Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, by far, yes. I cannot wait for Austin Theory to be taken a little more serious to be in that title picture. I cannot wait. I already know that he's going to be a amazing WWE champion. I can tell you right now, the specimen of a wrestler he is, the goofiness of him also. I feel like he's really going to be entertaining. He's going to have stupid moments. He is. He is going to have very intense moments, intense rivalries. I can't wait for him to be against like John Cena, Randy Orton characters, like against like standing face to face with Bobby Lashley and things like that. I just cannot wait for things like this. I can't wait.
The first name on the list is Austin Theory. He signed a contract with WWE back in 2019, which technically means that he was one of Triple H's signings, but it's very clear that he's got a bright future ahead of
Very much
himself.
so.
Theory spent some time in NXT and then quickly moved on to the main roster during the pandemic when there was a shortage of talent on the roster because of some restrictions and personal choices. After that small stint, he was sent back down to NXT, where he found success in his new group.
Yes.
Pairing him with Johnny Gargano was a genius decision because
Yes,
he
very
really
much
found
so.
his character while working with that group. Austin Theory eventually became more comfortable on TV and his promo skills improved. By this point, he already had the look and the wrestling ability.
Yes.
This was necessary for him to develop his persona. Once he figured that out, he was drafted to Monday Night Raw last week, and Austin is now a part of the Red brand, and I see him doing big things in the next few years. The WWE officials are even high on him and see a lot of potential. I will say that he's definitely a future world champion for the
Definitely.
WWE.
Most
Number 4,
definitely.
Toni Storm.
Toni Storm, by far one of my favorite female wrestlers. When it comes to like from that whole tournament that they had, by far, I already had a feeling that she was gonna be something. I already knew it. I cannot wait for her to start smacking the Met. I know she recently like get married, right? She recently got married, or did he propose? I saw the post and I was like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. Um, by far, yes. I cannot wait for her to. What brand would she be? I think she would be very good on SmackDown or Raw because of her way her character is being an extreme character like that. I think she could really be an amazing a Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion. By far would just be one of not one of the best, but be a very good mainstay. Very much so.
In the beginning of August, WWE began airing some videos saying that Toni Storm was coming to SmackDown to hype her up and her debut.
Oh, SmackDown.
Although she hasn't done anything too memorable since arriving to the main roster, I still believe that she is going to have a very successful career in the women's division. Toni Storm is 25 years old and can do it all. She is a perfect wrestler that can become a household name for WWE. Storm finally competed in a match on SmackDown last week, and even though she did fall short and lost to Selena Vega, that doesn't mean much. The young lady has got a lot of time on her side, and I know that the WWE will push her soon. I expect her to win everything eventually. She's definitely going to become a future Royal Rumble winner, and I see her having multiple Raw and SmackDown women title reigns.
Yeah,
Toni Storm is going to be someone that the WWE is going to build the women's division around.
I'm sorry.
Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley are both going to be huge stars for the next 10 years.
I can't wait for them. Oh,
Number three.
I can't wait for them to have their little match, their rematch. Toni Storm versus Rhea Ripley. I can't wait for that. Who's this?
Parker Bordeaux. We've seen all the comparisons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, who is this? I don't know this. This one right here, didn't he just debut not that long ago in NXT? I cannot wait for this monster of a man to start wrecking house. You know how Karrion Kross was? I thought to be like more intense than Karrion Kross and be like the really big guy. Like a really strong big guy when it comes. I expect not to be like Brock Lesnar, but to be what Brock Lesnar would have been if Brock Lesnar would have never left WWE type stuff, I guess, in a sense. Well, I expect him to be like, because comparison wise of looks. But yeah, can't wait.
Over the summer when WWE officially signed Parker Bordeaux. Many people believe that he is going to be the next Brock Lesnar, and I've got to say that I completely agree. Parker looks like some freak of nature that Lesnar was back in his early days of his career. The man is a giant, and I would be terrified to get in the ring with someone that looks like him. He actually made his NXT 2.0 debut with a new look that I'm not entirely fond of, but it's good to see him on TV nonetheless. Parker is literally 22 years old, which means that he's even younger than me. He's going to have a lot of time to grow and develop, and when he is ready, I am sure he's going to become a top draw for WWE. He's definitely a one-of-a-kind type of talent that you don't pass up on. The WWE is going to do everything in their power to make this wrestler the next big thing. Number 2, Braun Breaker. NXT
Hold on.
2.0's breakout star.
Actually, don't know you. Actually, if you don't mind me saying. I'm sorry, I don't know you. So, I'm going to hear what he has to say.
In its early days is most certainly Braun Breaker. Even though some fans don't like his name, you cannot deny the fact that this man is going to make for a great WWE champion one day in the future.
Oh, so
he's the son of Rick Steiner.
Wasn't he had the thing with Tommaso Ciampa, right? Didn't he? Right? Oh yeah, he's gonna be an amazing wrestler. If I'm correct, I'm not sure if I'm right. Either way go, he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be great.
And the nephew of Scott Steiner. The kid's
dope.
got wrestling in his blood. Braun recently joined NXT and is already better than so many other members of that roster. He's challenging Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship at Halloween Havoc, and I honestly cannot wait for that match. I have a strong feeling that we're going to get a new champion on that day.
Wow, really?
That would be the right call, in my opinion. In the ring, he's physically gifted and is already showing early signs of a ton of potential. He's also jacked, which is something that Vince McMahon likes. Breaker is also 23 years old, and if he's already this good at this young age, I cannot imagine how much better he's going to be in the next 5 years. This was an absolutely amazing signing. And number 1, Gable Stevenson.
Gable
And the
Stevenson
number
was
1
good.
wrestler
Oh
on this.
yeah, yep. I remember this one. I remember this one. I remember this one. I remember this one. This one was like a surprise. Like he was a, wasn't he like a world champion wrestler, right? World championship wrestler, and it kind of surprised me that he was. And I was like, really, this the guy? And I'm looking, and I was like, okay, this guy can really go. This guy can really go. I watched. I'm actually finna watch one of his matches actually today. I needed to get more information on this man because I knew about him, but didn't know too much. Still don't know too much. Didn't even know his name, to be honest. I just couldn't wait for him to be on, NXT or wherever he was gonna be and see how good he was gonna do. But other than that, I've heard some stuff about this man. Heard some stuff. I can't wait to really see what he can do.
List that's going to become a future superstar is Gable Stevenson. Stevenson is an Olympic gold medalist similar to Kurt Angle. What's even more
Oh, yeah, I
impressive
remember that
is that he
picture.
did it at the incredible young age of 21 years old. Gable Stevenson is the perfect mix of Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. He's
Okay.
going to become a star, and that's not even a question. The WWE even signed him while he's still going to college, and he's even been drafted on the Monday Night Raw roster
on
without
Monday
any
Night
professional
Raw.
wrestling experience.
You're
That is how
lying.
much the WWE cares
Oh,
about
they
making him
did
look
draft
like
him.
a
I
star.
forgot.
They want the audience to know that this is a future
That's crazy. They
superstar.
really
He
putting
is
it
going
on
to be
you, bro.
huge for the company for the
really
next
putting a lot of
20
weight on you,
years.
bro.
Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all
They putting a lot of weight on that man, but he can do. I think he'll be able to make it. He'll be fine. Trust me, he will be fine, bro. He will be